In that playlist, we have Funding Fluid 2017 on the left top, right? What do you call that? So all this, now another part of this Funding Fluid is what we tried. Let us have this fun component. Let there be an assignment. At the same time, can we ask the student, because fluid mechanics is a course which chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, civil engineer, environmental engineer, all of them learn. So the composition of a team is there should be minimum 5 students. 2 students from second year chemical engineering working in the course. 1 student should be senior, जो जिसने पिछले साल वो कोर्स किया था, and 1 student, minimum 1 student should be outside the department who has learned fluid mechanics. So it's interdisciplinary, vertical also. So senior students are also mingling with the junior students, and students come together, present it, and all these short videos are uploaded on this YouTube channel. And we have at least this different playlist as well. Come to the presentation. Right? Now something what we have achieved. See, this is what APET asks, accreditation board asks, that a graduate should have so many attributes, right? So I was always worried about a couple of attributes like contemporary issues. But this is an activity the student will search for something real life. I asked the student that when they perform practicals, एक तो आपके बच्चे या कोई ऐसे स्टूडेंट होंगे जो इंजीनियरिंग के होंगे, प्रैक्टिकल में रिकॉर्ड बुक लिखना, माँ बाप को भी लगता है बच्चा कितना पढ़ाई करता है, कुछ पढ़ाई वढ़ाई नहीं करता है, दूसरे की कॉपी छाप दे देता है. तो मैंने अपने प्रैक्टिकल में कहा है कि आपको प्रैक्टिकल रिकॉर्ड बुक लिखना चाहिए, आपको अपने समय की चिंता नहीं है लेकिन मुझे है. तो one group will submit one report, but that won't be handwritten. They should come up with a word document. For that word document, font size, font type, सब कुछ properly professionally. So they should follow it. All graphs should be drawn in Excel. All calculations should be done in some programming language, maybe C, many places MATLAB is not. This is fine. Then they should come up with a video related to the topic that they have performed in the lab, but should have real life relevance. And the fifth thing is that they should find a research paper related to that. I tell students that you may not understand research paper, but there won't be a case that they don't understand at all. As well as there won't be a case that they understand everything. शून्य भी नहीं रहेगा, 100 भी नहीं रहेगा. इतना समझदार उतना, कम से कम ये तो समझो कि आप जो क्लासरूम में सीख रहे हो, लैब में सीख रहे हो, उसके ऊपर जनता रिसर्च भी करे. And there is something called research involved, right? So next time when they will come in a pen drive. They will bring all these things in a pen drive and will share in the presentation. Now, students find performing experiment very interesting. So do me and my teaching assistants. And we could achieve many of these attributes. Yeah. Now based on that, now we are trying with other courses as well. Right? I hope यहाँ से जाने के बाद मैं कुछ तो नया करूँगा. 4 साल के बाद जब फिर से विदेशी जी कार्यक्रम ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे तो मैं आऊँगा. थैंक यू.
Good evening to one and all. I am in-charge principal in a teachers training Grant College Ahmedabad. शिक्षण प्रशिक्षण संस्था में मैथ साइंस के टीचर एजुकेटर के तरीके से काम करती हूँ. यूनाइटेड नेशंस के द्वारा ऐसा कहा गया कि to make this world a better place to live, sustainable development goals were given. And this sustainable development goals जो है वो 17 हैं और 2030 में we all have to achieve that. So all nations are working on that. उसमें जो चौथा गोल है, that is relating to our education system. It is to ensure inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. ये गोल में 3 पैरामीटर्स हैं. First is inclusive education, second is quality education and third is lifelong learning. Inclusivity काफी हद तक हो चुकी है. Efforts, very rigorous efforts are going on. We are all here to focus on quality education, because if quality education is there, lifelong learning will definitely follow the quality education. Quality education, now talking and coming back towards our Indian context and especially with the Gujarat picture. To achieve quality education, there are certain barriers in our education system. Few of them are listed here. First is infrastructure. Second is teacher-centric pedagogy. शिक्षक पढ़ाता है, उसमें शिक्षक केंद्र में होता है, विद्यार्थी नहीं. And human resources. Human resources में जब हम शिक्षक की बात करते हैं तो शिक्षक का खुद का एक ज्ञान, knowledge of a teacher, competency of a teacher and teachers training module. शिक्षण प्रशिक्षण संस्था में जो टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग होती है वो आज के ज़माने के लिए क्या योग्य है, ये एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल है. When we all have gathered here to showcase our case studies at for and from grassroots, it is very important that teacher education sector is also addressed. Quality education can only be achieved if teacher education is strengthened. आप कोई भी रिपोर्ट पढ़ लीजिए, सारे रिपोर्ट में यही होता है, टीचर एजुकेशन नीड्स टू बी स्ट्रेंथेंड. So this, my work is an humble effort to do some pedagogical intervention in teachers training module, in teaching methodology, where why not we give a product of a teacher to a society who is already strengthened, so that we can start in a very better way to the quality education. The objective of the study was to provide an opportunity for prospective teacher to explore the practical design and try out of a game in classroom settings and observe how students respond to gameplay. There can be many pedagogical interventions. In this, I have selected game-based learning. Now, why game-based learning? Game-based learning, as understood, is integration of games or games experience mechanics into educational experiences. Games द्वारा जो हम क्लास में जब गेम्स खेलते हैं तो they are directly related with the content. Content is analyzed in a very different way. It makes them fun. It makes them more engaged. These are the benefits of game-based learning, we can say. And game-based learning can be used for reinforcing concepts learned in the class, to create greater engagement with the subject, and to develop multiple methods of approaching curriculum development. Now, game-based learning had two processes. First is game creation and second is game play. In this game creation, पहले तो गेम बनाना और दूसरा है गेम खेलना. मेरा जो ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट पिछले 2 साल से हमारे कॉलेज में हम कर रहे हैं, उसमें I have focused that टीचर्स जो हमारे यहाँ प्रोस्पेक्टिव टीचर्स हैं, जो बीएड के ट्रेनिंग्स हैं, वो ये गेम बेस्ड लर्निंग में पहले मजबूत हो ताकि वो अपने क्लासरूम्स में ये पहुंचा सके. Now in this game creation we have kept certain things in mind, looking at the resources available at grassroots. First is minimum infrastructure is required ऐसी गेम बनानी है. Second is it has to be cost effective. Third is analog games, माने डिजिटल नहीं बनेगा यहाँ कुछ भी. Fourth is no digital mode is there, and fifth is ऐसी गेम जहाँ पे पूरा क्लास इन्वॉल्व होता है, maximum participation or you can say complete participation of the students for the game is there. There are few steps for this game creation. Let us go for that. First is teachers training had to identify content and do content analysis. कि भाई कौन सा कंटेंट लेंगे, कौन सा चैप्टर लेंगे और उसका एनालिसिस करके वो आते हैं. उसके बाद they had to decide which type of game can be prepared. बोर्ड गेम्स जो होती है, एनालॉग गेम्स जो होती है, जागृति मैडम ने भी आगे बताया, सांप सीढ़ी है. We have considered many analog games, that is like You can say snakes and ladder, housey, card games, other Ludo, word games, puzzles, crossword puzzles, all this content has to be put in it. So that was the second step. इतना करने के बाद trainees had to create a planning document which had to answer the following questions. वो questions कुछ ऐसे थे कि what will be the learning outcome of the selected game design? ये game design क्यों ली है? कोई एक chapter maths का लिया है तो उसमें लूडो ही क्यों बनानी है? क्यों दूसरा नहीं बनाना है? That was the first thing. What will be the game design for the selected content? और क्या हो सकता है? Why this design has been selected? क्यों ये select किया है? What will be the rate of class participation during gameplay? What will be the brief outline of administration? Game तो बन जाएगी, पर क्लास में आप उसका इस्तेमाल कितनी अच्छी तरीके से कर सकोगे, उसके ऊपर भी गेम की सक्सेस का बहुत असर रहता है. And what will be the timeline of game creation? कि गेम कितने समय में बन जाएगी. After this, step 4 was this planning document was prepared by each trainee and this was discussed in the class. Other trainees had to give the feedback and according to the feedback that if necessary changes were made, they were made in the game planning. As per the planning document, game creation was the next step. जब गेम बन जाती है तो बीएड के ट्रेनिंग्स पहले उसको खेलते हैं because they are game designers and they will act as game players ताकि उसमें कहीं कुछ भी कमी हो तो तुरंत पता चल जाए. Let us see a small video. Housey का. This is one housey prepared by the teacher trainees and they are playing it. Second Tengram. Tengram is a Chinese puzzle. So like this, they had to play this game in the college and then they have to rule out wherever if there are any pitfalls in it. Now they have to get the feedback and this playtest rubrics was created on which they had to create the feedback. The rubrics consisted of content analysis, game design, cost effectiveness, rule book and administration process. These were the parameters through which the game was evaluated by their own peer